Now that the intro's out of the way, let's slow it down a bit. Grab a coffee and let's unbox it. Have you ever wondered, I wish I can build my own remote control car? Well, you can. With Anko Mini Blocks remote control car set. Anko is a KMART brand, and this set has 230 pieces and difficult level 2. And once this is built, you can actually drive it. So let's see what we get inside the Anko Mini Blocks remote control car. We get our base, our controller, sticker sheet and instructions, and here are all the pieces. And we get 4 bags in total. These bags are numbered, but it doesn't really matter. You'll see why. Here is our controller, our base, our instructions, and our stickers. Let's have a close look at them. So here's our booklet. Now, the bags aren't numbered, so I'm hoping to be able to build this easily. Let's see. Here's our 2.4 gigahertz controller. It's cheap, it's plasticky, but remember, this only cost us $15. Here's our sticker sheet. I had a closer look, and it's a little suspicious. What's that trying to be? I don't know. And here is our base. It's a full sealed unit. You can get inside by unscrewing it, but as you can see, we've got some batteries we can put in there, adjust our steering. Hopefully the blocks stick really well, but let's see how we go. So I wasn't too sure how to start this build. The bags are numbered, but it didn't really matter when it came to the instructions. So I checked inside to see what pieces are in each of them, and I thought I'll just go for it. So we're going to do a speed build here. I won't show you the full build process, but let me just say, take your time. It's a lot harder than it looks, but let's get into it. So kicking off the build, we start with the front end. I am relying on the included instructions here. The bags being numbered but not really relevant to the instructions themselves made this extra tricky, but I do have to say I was very impressed with some of the finer details that they've gone with to make this car look extra sporty. So moving on to the side of the vehicle, I did build up these pieces numerous times. The blocks are of good quality, but they don't always stick together, and having instructions without the bags relevant to the instructions made it quite difficult. So I have the bulk of the car built up. We're around about 30 minutes into the build. I have built it multiple times, taken it apart, put it back together, but I am quite impressed on how it's looking, and now we're starting to do the finer details with the racing line. But then this had to happen. Now I have to say, it's very frustrating because I've rebuilt this thing numerous times. Number the bags, and then this happens. All right, let's get this thing finished. So with a big hit of the reset button, we are back into the build. And I want to take this time to ask you, if you are enjoying this, please consider subscribing, hit that bell icon. And if you are interested in these kind of hobbies, let me know. I do slot cars, RC, diecast, and fun builds like this. But let's get back into the build because we're on the home straight. So for the final part of the build, it is the rear end. We're building up the wing to attach to the rear bumper, which then we affix to the vehicle itself. Adding some of the finer details like rims and tires, and we're going to add on some hubcaps. And that is the build complete. Well, almost. Being an RC car, we need to add some batteries. So we need 3 AAAs for the car, and we need 2 AAs for the controller. But before we take a close look at the quality, we need to make sure that this thing works. So turning the controller on and turning the vehicle on, the controller pairs instantly. But does it work? It does. And now that we know that it works, let's take it for a drive. So straight out of the gate, we lost our front bumper, but that was not going to stop us. And I have to admit, I was pretty impressed with the speed of this little guy and the turning for a $15 RC brick build. But then we lost our rear bar, and I thought, well, you know what, we've come this far, let's keep driving. So let's do a couple more laps, we'll rebuild it, and we'll take it for another spin. So retrieving the front and the rear of the car with a quick fix, putting the front back on and the rear, we're good to go. And that's the beauty of this little brick build RC. You can break it and then go again. So with another quick scoot around my kitchen floor, this time all the parts staying attached, it got me thinking, for 15 bucks, this thing is pretty good quality. But we haven't really put it to the test yet. So before we finish the video, let's do a ram test. Let's see how strong this thing is against my kitchen wall. So with the car ready to launch, I'll give you a second to guess. Well, what did you think happened? Let's find out. Absolutely nothing. And I did this multiple times and the little guy wouldn't brake, and it even outlasted the camera, and it just kept on driving off. And it got me thinking, with the world of higher prices, it's pretty hard to find something that's quality for 15 bucks. So I gotta say, at KMART, hats off to you, because this little guy was a lot of fun. Yes, it was tricky to build, but $15, I think you got yourself a winner. If you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.